Hey everybody, I'm back with another video, and this is the second of our three-part series, or trilogy, if you will, on what I'm calling Legends of Woodstock. Basically, uh, three videos of three songs from three different artists who performed at Woodstock, but these are songs from later on in their career. The first one I did was Grateful Dead's Touch of Grey, so look for that. And this is number two. And the one I've chosen for number two is uh, from a group of artists who originally cut their teeth as part of other groups before finally coming together. And when they did, they came together in a big way at Woodstock. I am talking about Crosby, Stills, and Nash. And I could get into the whole spiel of their history, but quite frankly, I just don't have time for that. So um, this is just going to be concentrated just on their song. If I do another Crosby, Stills, and Nash song, I might get into their history a little bit more, but for right now, I'm just covering the song, so bear with me. The song I'm doing is actually one of my favorites. The first time I heard the song was on MTV back in I want to say maybe the mid 1980s is when I first heard it, even though it came out before then. And I fell in love with the song. The song is Southern Cross, and for anybody who's not nautical or into sailing or boats or anything, this a lot of the terminology is not going to make sense. And I admit, it doesn't make a whole lot of lick of sense to me too, because I'm not a mariner. So I just, um, but David Crosby, who co-wrote the song, um, is. I mean, he definitely loves to sail, and this is basically what the song is about. Is about man's love of sailing. Southern Cross is a song written by Stephen Stills, Rick Curtis, and Michael Curtis. I thought David Crosby did write, but I guess he didn't. Um, so I apologize for that. And of course, it was performed by Crosby, Stills, and Nash. It was featured on the band's Daylight Again album and was released as a single in 1982 with a theme concerning the healing power of sailing amongst the natural world. It was a hit for the group and received classic rock airplay in the decades since. It's a constant staple on classic rock radio stations. So if you think you never heard it, you probably have. uh, it's also become a concert staple for the late Jimmy Buffett and his Coral Reef Band. Uh, Steven, Steven Stills, who sings lead in the song, through with Graham Nash joining in on the second verse, because David Crosby did not reunite with Stills and Nash until the album was well underway. His vocals are not featured on the album version, although he did appear in the video and subsequently sang with the group in live performances. The single was a success on the charts, reaching number 18 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 3 weeks in late November and early December 1982. As of 2025, it is the group's final hit in the Billboard Top 40. So, without too much ado, trusty headphones, and let's delve into the Southern Cross of Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
of town on a boat going to Southern Islands, sailing to reach before a following sea. She was making for the trades on the outside and the downhill run to Papaete. Off the wind on this heading line, the Marquesas. You got 80 feet of a water line, nicely making way. In a noisy bar in Avalon, I tried to call you, but on a midnight watch I realized why twice you ran away. Think about how many times I had fallen. Spirits are using me, Lord, your voice is calling. What heaven brought you and me cannot be forgotten. I have been around the world, looking for that woman girl who knows love can endure, and you know it will. When you see the Southern Cross for the first time, you understand now why you came this way. 'Cause the truth you might be running from is so small, but it's as big as the promise of a coming day. So I'm sailing for tomorrow, my dreams are dying, and my love is an anchor tied to you, tied with a silver chain. I have my ship and all her flags are a-flying. She is all that I have left, and music is her name. Think about how many times I have fallen. Spirits are using me, Lord, your voice is calling. What heaven brought you and me cannot be forgotten. I have been around the world, looking for that woman girl who knows love can endure, and you know it will, and you know it will.
Okay, I'm going to cut it off here just for a little bit. First off, I'm doing the album version of the song. I'm not doing the single version. The single version actually cuts off the song just a little ways into this instrumental piece. The single version completely eliminates the final verse for the song, and which always irritated me every time I saw the video on MTV. So that is why I'm doing the album version on here, because it's the fuller complete song. So that's why. Um, um, Now, according to Wikipedia here, which I'm looking at, so bear with me. Southern Cross is a song based on Seven Leagues Boots by Rick and Michael Curtis, who I believe co-wrote the song with Stephen Stills. Stills explained the Curtis brothers brought a wonderful song called Seven League Boots, but it drifted around too much. I rewrote a new set of words and added a different chorus. a story about a long boat trip I took after my divorce. It's about using the power of the universe to heal your wounds. Once again, I was given somebody's gem and cut and polished it. The song title and lyrics refers to the Crux constellation known as the Southern Cross. Geographic locations referenced include Pepite, the Marquez, and Avalon. Billboard called the song a mid-tempo minor keyed saga, very much in the tradition of Stills' earlier CSN and solo compositions. The term minor keyed presumably related to the song's bittersweet lyrics, as the song itself is performed in a major key. Of course, it goes on to add the radio edit of the song omits the final verse. We're not omitting that final verse, so you get to hear it in all its glory. And let's get right back to it.
So we cheated and we lied and we tested, and we never failed to fail. It was the easiest thing to do. You will survive being bested. Somebody fine will come along, make me forget about loving you. In the Southern Cross,
Brother. Yeah, from 1982, that was Crosby, Stills, and Nash with Southern Cross. And I think you will agree that the album version, the full version, was the better choice. I think, anyway. Anyway, closing notes. The video for the song got heavy airplay on MTV and VH1, and it featured Stephen Stills sailing a large boat called the Southern Cross, intercut with images of the band singing, including David Crosby, although he did not sing on the song, as I explained earlier. The video uses the radio edit of the song, so again, that's another pet peeve of mine. There have been a few cover versions, most notably by Jimmy Buffett, whose version first appeared on the live album Buffett Live, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. The song became a staple at many of Buffett's concerts and corresponding live releases. Another British artist, Dave Mason, also covered the song, as did Pat McGee on his debut album From the Wood. Sludge metal band Weed Eater on their debut album, and Justice for Y'all. Sarah Evans with Barker Family on her album Live from City Winery, Nashville. And Canadian singer Brock Voisin on his cover compilation Americana 3. The song mentions a number of locations that one may visit on a sailing voyage from Southern California to the South Pacific, following the Coconut Milk Run. In order of appearance in the song, and in reverse order of their narrating sailors' southwestward journey, they are the Southern Islands, referring to Polynesia, Pepite, the capital of French Polynesia on the island of Tahiti. The Marquesas, a group of volcanic islands in French Polynesia northeast of Tahiti. And Avalon, a harbor town on the Santa Catalina Island, just off the coast of Los Angeles, California. And so that's going to do it for this particular video. I will be back with the third and final installment of this, little trilogy I got going here. So watch out for that. If you like what you see and hear, by all means, please consider subscribing to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you keep up to date as to when I drop new videos. Also, if you care to, please give this video a like, share it with your friends, have them do the same. And that's pretty much it. The same spiel all the time. So, but I can't stress it enough. Even if one person enjoys this, I've done my job. So I will see you on the next video. Until then, peace out.